Respect what they said, respect what they said, respect what they said, yeah.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Respectfully Said. I know it's been it's been a couple weeks. I was on Shamrock's wave. Shout out to Shamrock. Everybody's been having wisdom teeth issues or
damn, girl, turn up, speak up. You know we ain't been here in a minute. Man, turn up, talk.
I'm not turned up. I'm high as hell. Been smoking all fucking morning. We're supposed to have a guest, so that I'm not in front. That's kind of like throwing me off, cause
you gotta fight through that. Come on, girl.
I know. But this probably gonna drop tonight. So if anybody's watching this, and if you guys were planning on going to Grindhouse, we have to reschedule.
Boo.
I know. Fuck it. I'm sick. Like I'm trying to like keep cool, but like deep down inside, like I'm sick as hell. Like, cause been promoting this shit for 2 months, and they had the weather had plenty of time to be on the bullshit, and it decided that it wants to be on the bullshit
during your time
on one of the biggest nights in Western Massachusetts,
first ever.
But that's okay though, cause we're gonna move it to March 11th.
March 11th, Grindhouse. Whoa, we back March 11th.
I promise you, it's gonna be worth the 2 weeks wait.
Boo! I mean, it's only 2 weeks though. It's
only 2 weeks. It's gonna fly by. We just gotta get by this.
Boo!
Get by next week, and then just trying to accommodate everybody's schedule. The venue has other events going on as well. So, trust me, if I could have done it the next day, I would have. But can't do that. A lot of music drops. Yeah, we got a lot of music this week. I haven't really been seeing a lot of people, except for like the inner circle fucking talk about Solid for Life, and I don't like that. It's a pretty dope project. 13, 10 I like.
I feel like,
and that's coming from me.
Nah, I agree too. I agree too, but I feel like when it comes to like any project with MacWay, I feel like it takes a little bit of time for it to catch fire to like public. I feel like that's like a ongoing thing with MacWay. Like whenever he drops something, I don't feel like people catch it initially. It's something they like go back to and be like, oh shit, like this drop, like
yeah,
oh fuck.
But you don't only have to look out for him, I know.
I'm just saying, like, because we two
other people on that project that were right there with him. You know what I mean?
And Travie.
A lot of times when people do collab projects, you hear one stronger than the other. Not in this case. I felt like all of them were right there, line in line. Trap really showing his improvement from his first project.
Facts.
Now I'm starting to hear how he's starting to use his voice as an instrument. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people. A lot of the people I like
as an artist, it should make sense.
A lot of the people I like listening to personally, that's what they do. They use their voice is an instrument, and they just know they know what to do. And there's certain songs on there that you were doing that, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, look at him playing with his voice and being creative and trying to do different things. And Travie's just Travie, man. Like, seasoned, he's a veteran, he's just nice. Like, understands fucking the typical shit when it comes to the music, the song structure, understanding melodies, all the other shit, all that other good shit that constitutes into making a good song. Like, the boys got it, and MacWay, we don't gotta say much. Y'all already know what he do.
Facts.
So that I saw a video. I think it was the intro to the alternative. He shot a video. Shit looked nice.
So So the alternative is finally dropping. I know.
Ooh, I wouldn't put that out
that's what I was about to say. I know we ain't got it confirmed or nothing.
Yeah.
We gonna have to hit him up. But I don't know, Mac, when you watch this, you got to write in the comments. Is there a release date this year? You know, is it coming this year? What's up? Let us know.
Nah, I think he's coming this year. And,
I think so too, but you know, we just need that. We need that confirmation.
We mentioned in the last couple episodes. I'm not too sure if he was if he watched it, because he would have said something. But like we told you, after a certain time, we're not gonna care about the alternative no more.
Nah, like I said, I feel like it's coming this year too, but I don't want to assume. I need the confirmation.
It's now, because in 2022 we're gonna be like 2023. We're gonna be like, whatever. Oh, it dropped. Oh, okay.
I don't know. In 2023, I still might kind of want it. You know.
Yeah. Me. I'm saying this is your year. I feel like this is the year that you really just prove to people, like, because they just think that, that you just do like the little fun music or whatever, and they keep forgetting that you can, that you really him, and that you can really get into that bag and really do some wild shit to these beats. You know what I mean?
I think one thing too is Mac, he do a lot, and that's why like I guess I brought up his name when it came to the project, not to showcase him only as the only person on it, but you know, I know Mac, so I'm pretty sure like when it comes to terms of promotion and stuff like that, and a lot of the other things with the project, I'm pretty sure he's the like mastermind of all that when it comes to like getting the strategy together. So you know, Mac does a lot of things, you know, so that's I assume that's probably what takes him so long to put out music, because Mac isn't only doing music, he's doing podcasts, he's doing shows, he's performing, he's always in New York getting new photos, always just trying to get some kind of content out, and that's something you gotta respect.
No, that's a fact. So that's out. Jalen said he dropping soon.
What's the name of the project?
Project Mayhem.
Oh yeah.
I guess now that we're 4 days away, you know, obviously Ball Game is on rotation.
Ball Game is fire.
Yeah.
I say that's the best tape of February so far. Best project of February.
I can't argue.
Nah, I'm not even like trying to start a debate. You feel me? It's like I feel like from just, you know, my opinion, from what I've heard, I've been consistently bumping Ball Game. If somebody can point me in the direction of something else, you know, feel free to show me. But right now, Ball Game is something that definitely needs to be listened to. Quality is making music that I feel that he finally wants to make. Like, you can hear the confidence, you can hear the happiness, you can hear all of it in the music, and all 18 tracks are great. Like, all 18 are fire. Like, I know you would look at the track list and be like, damn, like, there's mad songs here. Like, nah, like, all 18 of them shits is fire. Like,
even if you have to listen to it in sections,
right?
Sometimes,
like piece by piece.
Yeah, at first, like, I see a number like that, and I'd be like, and because I'm the type of person that I like listening to something like throughout the whole thing, from front to back. Like, if I'm at work, I like listening to something front to back, driving, front to back. So it's just like, damn, like 18, but like, you know, broke it down, then pieced it back up together, and it's just like 18 good songs. You know what I mean? So
all of them shits is fire. Like, I feel like he need more videos too, but I can see the consistency. He got Sauce and Slide. He got Mario Chalmers out. I'm pretty sure there's more coming.
Sauce and Slide didn't come out yet.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's a snippet. You know, it's there basically. Like, it's about to drop, so you know he working. So,
damn, that was the night of fucking that we shot the wrap up. Man, I would have been in that video.
For real?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That was the same night.
Sheesh, I didn't even know. Damn, so these shit's been shot a minute ago. See, that's something he got. That boy working. He got a lot in the tuck. That's
a lot of people be doing. Like,
no, I know. I'm just, you know, putting in perspective. You feel me? Like, I didn't know it was shot during the wrap up. You know, I just came straight to the wrap up.
Yeah.
On another note, and I'm tired of it, trying to ignore it. Where the fuck is Kudo? Like, where, yo? Like,
he said he 2 minutes away.
2 minutes away. Like, God Damn, bro.
Don't do mans like that.
Nah, I ain't. Trust me.
He said keep it going. We keeping it going.
Nah, we keeping it going, but I ain't about to ignore it no more. Like it's not there. Listen, I love Kudo. He already know how I feel about his music. But man, we'll get to it when you get in here. But you got to work on your time management, bro. This isn't the first time.
Yeah, you don't gotta do him like that.
Nah,
bro.
man, I ain't doing him crazy. This is what the talk is. This is what the show is about. Like, and I gotta say to all guests, you know, when you come here, just make sure you come on time. You know, we ain't mad at Kudo. Like I said, we keeping this shit going. But just make sure you come on time. You know, when we schedule a time, you know, or you schedule a time with anybody, you trying to get some shit done. Just make sure you come on time because we got other shit to do. That's pretty much all it come down to. But he'll be here soon. Just this ain't the first time, bro. With me personally, this ain't the first time.
You gotta. How you doing that to him? You gotta edit all of this out.
Nah, you making it seem like I'm talking crazy. I'm pretty sure if he was sitting right here, he'd be laughing and just being like, "Yo, my bad, bro." And that's all it is. It ain't nothing bad. Like you making it seem like I'm saying he a bad person. This nigga know he's professional as hell. I'm just saying, like he has.
You sure? Because that's not how you make
Hey man, listen to the music and you'll hear it yourself. He's professional as hell.
Of course, but
nah, like back to the main point. Professional as hell is just niggas got things that you know happen. Life happens. You feel me? It just happens when I'm trying to hit him up.
No, like you said, shit happened. It shit happened today. It's not like you know.
I ran it for 2 minutes. All right, so on that note, I ran it for 2 minutes, right? He's still not here. What other music came out, Carla?
Fucking Austin Fair dropped a song.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
I did not peep it, but I actually want to. What's it called?
It's called Carousel.
You fuck with it?
It was cool.
Speak on it.
Because it was light for me.
It was like, well, come on, get into it. Like, well, what happened? Well, how?
I was expecting a big banger, and it's not. I don't think that the song is not trash or anything like that. Please don't take it that way. Please.
Right. She did not say it was trash. So please do not insinuate that she called it garbage.
But it was for you've been gone for about 2+ years. To be honest, I was expecting a project. When I saw that it was a single, I was just like, oh.
Oh, so you were like more like disappointed that it wasn't like a full length project?
Yeah,
more so?
I thought it was. I was like, oh shit, I was ready.
Well, how was the song? Like, you said it was cool. Like, was it melodic? Was it like bars?
No, it was cool. It was. It's like a little vibey song, you know. He's just
just in the vibey bag, giving the vibes.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
I said Carousel.
Carousel, not how to remember. Y'all make sure y'all check out Austin Fair's Carousel. Apparently it just dropped. I ain't here yet. I'm about to check that shit out.
It didn't just drop. It dropped a couple weeks back.
Weeks back?
Yeah.
Damn, you don't even put me on. Sheesh. Usually
I make a playlist, so you should have been listening
you the one
to
who be
playlist.
Usually you the one who put me on, man.
That's how I put you
that's
on.
management. That's management. You gotta put me on.
And the list.
Listen, man.
That means you ain't looking at nothing.
Listen, man.
That's
go
what the fuck that mean.
Hey, man. You know I'm busy, bro. You know I got my shit I'm working on. I'm working there. I'm about to go to work right after this. You know how I do. Shit don't stop over here. But y'all go listen to Austin Fair's Carousel on all streaming platforms. Carla says it's cool. I'm about to go check that shit out. Austin, we good to have you back making music again. Let's get it. I wish I could drop a bomb. Right.
Damn, I was gonna say a crazy joke, but I'm not.
Why not? Come on.
I was gonna say, you know who else is dropping bombs?
Who? Oh, you don't finish that.
Yeah, this is not inappropriality. Sorry.
Nah, I saw some. I'm not gonna give the context, but I saw a pretty wild meme this morning on the take, and I just want to say, the internet does not give a fuck about any traumatic or dramatic experiences at all. Like, for real. Like, there's really people going through it right now. Y'all niggas is making, don't hold this against me, making some funny ass memes. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
hello?
Let's get it.
All right.
Let's get it.
All right.
Ooh, and we back just like that.
As we promised, I guess.
And a new challenger approaches.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody was caring about my musical opinions.
Damn.
Nah, that's what we're here today for, you know?
Yeah, you know how it is around here.
Nah, you can't say nobody cares because every time you say some shit, you stir some shit. So, you
100%.
Mm-hmm. But say, your last debacle. We're not getting into that. We're not getting into
Nah.
Leave that alone. Leave it alone.
Nah. Sending out invoices next time for the free clout. Right.
Sheesh.
Nah,
See,
but,
now this track gonna come our way. Look at you.
Nah, Kudo sent us a very long list of things.
Do you mind if I just pull my phone out and start reading it off? Because
go
it's
ahead.
this is pages of information that I want to talk
This
about,
is-
and there's no way I'm remembering pages and
No,
pages.
no,
off the
it
top.
was
yeah, man,
this
do your
whole
thing.
hour was for you. We were gonna start the music reviews this episode, but I said nah.
Yeah, let my man speak.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna
Facts.
give him the whole episode. So you said you wanted to come on a couple podcasts, and talk some stuff. So stop number 1 right here.
Hold up. You're our first stop?
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, you're our, whatever, however you say it. I'm a little high. I'm going to fuck fix it right now. I feel so honored, bro. I appreciate that. No bullshit. About to say, you could have went to Inappropriality, fucking Pussy Talk, any other podcast. Shout out all those podcasts and anyone I forget. You could have went to all these other podcasts, but you chose us.
I mean, I think this is definitely the place for it, being inappropriality. Not that I'm trying to be inappropriate, but I think the goal of what I'm trying to say today is just to be very blunt.
That's inappropriate. This is respectfully said.
Yeah.
So whatever the fuck you.
So you chose the wrong podcast. When you said, damn, he meant to be on Inappropriality,
He was
y'all.
already on twice.
Nah, see, he wanted to be on the third time. That's all it was. No,
He's
man.
more
I'm
than
only
welcome to come back.
I'm
but
only playing.
Everything
But-
that he got to say, he gonna say it respectfully. Is what he was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%. I say this as more of a lecture, not like a to-do, but let's just hop right into it.
Word, let's get into it.
So I'm going to say, if they'll take your business but not support it, you're being used. Engineering aside, if you buy a beat or a feature and it doesn't get co-signed or promoted, you're just a bag. But being a bag isn't necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes you need to take losses to create a relationship. Like, a producer might charge another artist more than you because you don't have a resume. You simply just have to pay it forward, create a good song, and off the strength alone, if it's a good enough song, you should have a new relationship.
Facts.
no, you see it firsthand. I see a lot of times, people fuck with your shit. They let a lot of things, slide financially. Like
I mean, it's just like
they'll look out for
everybody in
you.
politics, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the good artists get the most attention. They get the best prices. They get in all the rooms. If you're not good and you're not cutting it, you're not going to get into those rooms. You're going to have to pay more. It's just how it is,
Some cases, just business.
100%. 100%. People get hurt over business, but, like, that's
Can't
business
take
for you.
it personal. It's just
100%.
business.
100%. Don't be afraid to compare rates and experiences with others. Like I just said, like it's all politics. You need to be able to communicate with everybody you're working with. If you can't communicate, you're not going to be able to move forward in this industry at all.
Shit in
facts.
life.
100%. 100%. Good business goes a long way. It's important to establish a team as quickly as possible, and I don't necessarily mean literally, but people that genuinely have your best interest who can pick up the faults you can't. An artist having a go-to producer, engineer, photographer, videographer, DJ, etc. If you aren't attempting to be multifaceted, like if you're an artist and you're not trying to be a producer and an engineer for yourself, you need to build these tools for yourself, or else you're holding yourself back every single day. Like you need people to work with. You cannot do this yourself. It is not a one-man show. I mean, even this is not a one-man show, and it shouldn't be. Like, everybody needs a team. Everybody.
Facts.
Honesty is the best policy. Not only morally, but it helps make the earth turn a little smoother within your circle. Made a mistake, let folks know, because what ends friendships and business relationships is just not being on the same page and then butting heads. Like, it's just never good. Please communicate with your team. I've had issues within my own team, but luckily everything's been squashed because we don't have issues communicating with each other.
Oh.
Word.
I mean, that's real shit, because I mean, I've had some like real long friendships and business relationships end over shit that probably could have just been squashed over a conversation, but whether it have been fragile egos or just like not wanting to do business with them anymore, like those relationships are gone and there's nothing I can do to get it back.
Yup. That's just how it go.
Shit, story of my life.
Who you telling?
I put this hot take on my Instagram, but I'm gonna say it again. A good artist is more of a commodity than a good producer.
Oh, say that one more time. Hot take, hot take.
A good artist is more of a commodity than a good producer. Now,
Ooh.
this doesn't mean disrespect your producers. They're just less of a commodity nowadays because you have like YouTube, BeatStars, Track Train, on top of them having access to like loop kits, melodies, midis. Like it's maybe the better way to say this is it's far easier to enter the game being a producer than it is an artist, but I think it's far more difficult to find somebody who actually has something to talk about versus finding a producer who knows music theory and can make good sounds. And I feel like that's definitely fair. So respect your producers, for sure respect your engineers, because your artists can't be the best, or they can't perform to the best of their ability without their engineer. And respect your artist, because a great artist is really far and few between. I'd suggest even for artists to get educated on music theory. One of the worst experiences that I've had when I first started making music is not being able to get my ideas across to engineers or producers and having to ask for like type beats or make me sound like this person. And your objective, maybe at first, like wear your influences on your sleeve and like have people know that like you sound like Lil Baby because you listen to Lil Baby or something like that. But ideally, you shouldn't be trying to sound like someone else. You should be trying to sound like yourself. Like, I'm going to say it again. You shouldn't be trying to sound like other people. You should try to sound like yourself.
Boom, drop the bomb on that. Pew, pew, pew.
I mean, like, yeah, man. Like, a great artist is really somebody who has, like, an original story to tell. That's what pulls the people in. It's not talking about the drugs, the bitches, and the money that everybody else has got. It's like, how did you come up? What'd you eat for breakfast? Who's your family? Like, how do you feel about your family? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? Like the little shit. Let people know who you are.
You not lying. Them little breakfast bars be relatable. Shit like, oh shit, he eats Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I eat that too. Like,
hell yeah. Like I love Larry June, for example, because he flexes riding his bike in the morning after like having smoothies for breakfast.
Right.
Like, he makes it sound cool. Like the littlest shit sound cool. Like you're supposed to market yourself in your music. Like sell yourself to people. That is what being an artist is all about.
Facts. Just how you said being different. Larry June's about good health. Everybody else over there doing drugs.
100%. 100%. I mean, hey, have your fun, but take care of yourself too, you know? To switch up the pace a little bit. Cover art is so important.
No, don't skip over the subgenre, because I think that's something that's really important and that people need to hear, because I hear it all the time and listening to people's music. Like, some of y'all don't understand the genre that y'all trying to execute in. And he writes some
I'll get it off here. Learn your subgenres. In the least, get acquainted with mixing tools for the sake of having an idea of how you want your vocals to come out after you record, like how strong you want your auto-tune, your reverb preference, how do you want your dub track to differ from your main. If you're doing harder shit, do you want distortion? I mean, it's just like you really need to know exactly what you want. Like learn the dB at which you need your reverb at. Learn how loud you like your drums to be at. The only way I can really say or like suggest on how you can learn that is like sit with your producer, watch them make the beats that you're going on. Sit with your engineer, watch how they mix your vocals. Ask them about the tools that they're using. Get informed with the vocabulary so you can talk to them about it. You know, or else you have a bunch of tools, but you don't know how to use them. Is ultimately what it comes down to. Cover art is so important. Everyone judges a book by its cover, and if your shit looks unappealing or flat out ugly, you're losing a listener before the quality of your music even matters.
Facts.
And to further press on quality of music, if your engineering isn't up to par, then it literally does not matter what you say. You will not be successful.
This is exactly what
So
I
we
be
trying
trying
to tell
to
y'all.
stress. And I think this is one of the hardest things that I get, kind of like, I can't find the right term, but it's not a backlash, but this is what I stress the most about people. Like, it's the engineering, especially when people, they come to me and I tell them like, yo, there's nothing really wrong with your music. Your music is cool, but it's just the engineering. Like, my ears already trained to listen to music a certain way.
And it's like nobody ever wants to hear that. And I'm glad that it took someone else outside of me and Carla to say that on this platform, because just like how he said, if the song isn't engineered right, it don't matter what you're talking about. It don't matter what the idea was. It's gonna ruin the entire execution. You could have the greatest song in the world, like your idea in your mind, the way it should sound, all this other stuff. But if it comes out sonically like garbage from your engineer, that shouldn't matter. That's what we're gonna hear.
And I see what Kid is trying to do. He just recently dropped a project. I won't put him out there like that because I don't know how.
Oh, I don't even know who you're talking about. I'm just saying in general.
I don't know how comfortable he would feel about something like that. And I don't want to do that to him. But if he's listening, he know that I'm talking to you.
Oh shit! Tell me who it is. After.
It's not.
I'm saying after.
It's nothing back. Cause these are the same thing that I'm telling you guys is conversations that I've had with him. And it's there. I see all these things that you're trying to do. You're trying to, be a little bit more versatile. You're trying to do, more different things. But none of that doesn't matter if your vocals are not getting mixed down right. It'd
be the same thing with videos too. Not to drift off, just to real quick. Like
no, 100%.
Yeah, like 100%. A lot of people feel like, like you probably got a great song, it's engineered great, and you want to shoot a video for it, and some people feel as if they don't have to upgrade their video quality or get a better videographer or cinematographer. Like that's an issue right there. It's like that pride right there stops. Like if you got so many people telling you and then you're like, oh, I don't need to do this because I don't need to and I'm me and this and that. It's like that right there is stopping you. Like, and it may not even just because somebody else said it. It's just, you look at other videos, you see what's around, you see what's happening in the industry. You can reach another level for yourself, not just because someone told you.
And that's what I be trying to tell them. I'm like, yo, you want to do this as a hobby? Fine. Fine. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's gonna tell you no. That's what you like to do. If you want the recognition with the big dogs, you want to be mentioned with them. You want that same love, that same everything. You want to be revered like that. Then you have to come 120%.
Shit, 220%.
It depends on what you want to do. Are you really trying to compete? You really want to change lives, or you want to do this as a hobby? There is no wrong answer. You can do whatever. But I'm telling you, if you want to be over here, this is how things have to be. When you go out to Boston, I say this every time. Even the wackest niggas have good quality videos and good quality engineering.
Facts. Even the wackest niggas be looking like superstars.
You can literally say whatever, but as long as it looks pretty and sounds pretty, right? It does not matter what you say.
The song be corny as hell, but they look like a damn superstar. Like you would think he made it already, and that's the issue out here. A lot of people don't want to put that effort into attire, to cinematography, to finding locations, and I get it. Like it costs a lot because when I do videos, I have to pay for all that shit too out of my own pocket. So it costs a lot, yeah. But sometimes some people are just lazy and don't feel as if they have to take that next step.
And I would say on the flip too, a lot of people forget that fashion is extremely important in hip hop, and like part of the reason why the shit that like doesn't really say anything but looks good sells is because you need a good looking product. Like you could be saying some of the realest shit ever and be like the most cutting edge artist, but like you're not gonna get attention if it's ugly.
Exactly.
Ultimately is what it comes down to.
No, that's fact. And you see a lot of people with they're talented, but when you look at them, they don't scream superstar to me. They don't scream star to me. They don't scream artist to me. They don't scream rapper to me. They don't. You just look like a regular person.
Hobbyist.
100%. And like you said, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are in this just to have fun.
That's great.
Some people are trying to change the world,
Right.
You trying to change the world?
I know. Are you, Kudo? You on the hot seat now? I mean, you trying to change the world?
Yes and no. I would say I came into music to have fun, but like now that I've had my fun and I see like the weight of my words and how I can impact the community, I would like to do more. And I would say anybody that's had a little bit of time in like the limelight should feel the same way. Like have your fun, but if you can do something to change the people around you, do it.
I'm glad you said that shit because I kind of got asked a similar question, I think on Let's Talk. Benny, what up? I feel like I kind of gave that same answer because I was like, I don't feel like it's like my responsibility to do something like that, but I feel like I should look more into it and take more of charge of, being cautious of what I say and what I'm putting out there. You feel me?
100%. Yeah, I used to be reckless on social media.
I was too. That's what I'm saying.
Shaking my head. Can you scroll all the way down to the bottom? Because we're probably not going to be able to get to all of the points, but there's the one that you talk about energy from that point and on from there.
Like the very last paragraph?
Yeah, the second you notice people don't match your energy, leave.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is perfect. The second you notice people don't match your energy, leave. I'm not saying to cut folks off, but distance yourself from negative energy because that shit's contagious. I believe creativity operates off momentum and people can get in your way of momentum. Consistency is key. Ultimately, it's up to you to choose who you place around yourself. Sometimes people just have to go through life and that in turn gives you the time to focus on you. I'll say from my personal experience, I've butt heads with producers and engineers that just like simply didn't have the time for me, and instead of being like, why can't you do X, Y, and Z, or like, why are you not available for X, Y, and Z, you kind of just have to like, this is where you networking with other people so you have people to work with when you don't have your immediate tools with you is so important. Like you can't just depend on one person because what happens when they're gone? You're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like you need to have a backup plan and a backup plan and a backup plan.
No, that's true in terms
Facts.
of that.
And like people have lives. You got to remember like as good of friends as you are, like people have lives and they need to like maintain themselves. And like sometimes people don't feel how you think they feel.
I've experienced that a few times. I had an engineer. I ain't gonna put him out there. This was like, 8 years ago. I had an engineer. This man was always working a factory, and
Hard
like
work.
Yeah, you work in a factory job, you working late hours and shit. You sleeping long too. So it's like, even on your day offs, you kind of like feel demotivated sometimes.
You're literally dead.
And
I've
like,
been there, done that.
Yeah, and he was my engineer, so it's like, you want to record. He ain't got the motivation to do something, and he rap too. So he ain't had the motivation to do it.
So he's doing a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, sometimes that could really like slow shit down for what you said previously. It's like, they got their own lives too. And you got to like realize that sometimes you got to go network elsewhere, not just because there's an issue, but like you said, that same energy that you're willing to put in, someone may not be willing to put in that energy right now because of, X, Y, and Z. They could have life going on. They just not feeling it the way you feeling it. Everybody, nobody wakes up every day feeling the same way. You feel me? So
100%.
That's just what it is.
100%.
He mentioned networking. If you can touch on the point when you said go travel, it kills the ego and helps you find who you really are.
Oh, that is a huge fact.
Marketing your music is great, but you need to do shows and book sessions out of state. That's the next thing we do when we go to Atlanta. Got this little plan going on. I ain't gonna say too much.
Hell yeah.
Stop right there.
Atlanta's the wave. Atlanta's the wave.
Got some plans out there next time we go out there. And it's all about conversation. We met up with somebody who used to live up here, and he's been living down there for 10 years, and he's pretty established.
You're saying too much, man. You're saying too much. Unless you about to shout them out right now, don't say nothing else. You shouting them out?
Zeus.
Let's get it. Shout them out. Now say everything. Shout them out.
Shout out to Zeus.
Drop a bomb for Zeus. Shout out Zeus.
Took care of my young bull out there in terms of engineering and shit while we was out there. And drop some gems and shit. So what he said, out of state, in front of new people to give folks an experience of who you are. For the same reason that music videos are one of the best ways to promote your music, people got to see your face. You never know who you'll run into, and just in general, vacations are more valuable than nights at the club you won't remember. And that's not a diss at my promoters out here putting in that work.
Because promoters are important. I learned that living out in Miami. Promoters are important as hell when it comes to this music shit.
We definitely need more people in the community who aren't afraid to face the public. Shout out to the 413 joint.
Facts.
It's also a hell
of a lot easier to collaborate in person versus Discord or FaceTime or whatever with folks out of state or across the state.
No, that's facts.
So I mean, like, to just double back real quick, like this is really just reinforcing that communication is so important. Like somebody that you might not think fucks with you, like in the matter of a conversation, could be your best friend. Like tools that you think you can never be in reach of could be in your reach by just a single conversation. You just can't be afraid to ask for what you need.
Facts.
No, that's true. When we went to Arizona, obviously you go to shows out there, you meet people, and you know when the music hit, because soon as you're done, yo, or me just being in the background, usually just be, surfing through the crowd, and you'd be like, oh, he's dope, you start just talking to people, start building relationships. When we went out there, he recorded Muda, he recorded 4 or 5 songs out of Valley Club, and now we know Spins. And she's a dope ass engineer. And then it's her network of people, and she's constantly recording all these different artists that pertain to Muda's lane. That's the other thing too. Like there's a whole little underground scene out there going on. Like it fits perfect with what he, wants to do. All about communication, like he was talking about, just not being afraid to meet new people, talk to new people, making sure when you go to different states, you're booking sessions out there, and she loved them.
To go off Arizona for you, like I'm sure you guys could have brought your own laptop and microphone and worked from like an Airbnb or like a hotel and just like stayed to yourself. But like you guys took the initiative to talk to somebody that you didn't know and created relationships that you can now use for the rest of your careers.
No, because even when he records out here,
everybody,
he sends the stems out to her, so she still mixes his music. So that just because we're not there anymore, that doesn't mean the communication ends. He just went out there again in January. She put a show together. And he ended up meeting somebody at Arizona who put shows together in New York. You know what I mean? It's just not being afraid of talking. That's one of the things about him, that we be out there and he's not afraid to spark up a conversation, and he knows what he has to do in order to further his career. I can just do so much. At the end of the day, the people are going to want to talk to him. So he has to, learn how to put himself out there. And I think he's been doing a great job.
Facts.
Hell yeah. And then emphasis on the travel. It's like, I'm sure you guys could have DM'd people from Arizona and maybe made the connection. But that face-to-face where they really get to know you is what's important. Like, a lot of people don't get social media and they're not internet.
Oh, you're from Massachusetts? What? Like,
you're from Boston?
You're from Boston?
Yeah, no, but yeah, we're from Massachusetts, and
niggas don't know a damn thing about Springfield
sparkle up, because it's like
it's Boston. That's it.
You guys traveled this whole time to come out here to our scene, to check out our scene, and that's what we want to do. I think we might be in Michigan soon.
Oh yeah,
in August.
Hell yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I mean, who just went out there? Young Porter for Y&J. We need more people who are willing to just say fuck it and like
shit, fucking boss don't
take
in
the
Texas,
drive, bring the
mean?
cash with you, get that feature. He drove there and back in one, like who drives to Detroit and back in one day to work?
MacWay.
Like, hey, I respect it. I respect it. Hell
MacWay would do something like
that.
But
we need more people with
real.
that drive to just say, if I have an opportunity right here, I'm gonna drive 20 hours in one day just to get this feature, just to get this video done. Like, work a little harder and like, hell yeah, respect to MacWay. I love MacWay.
That's one of the hardest working men out here. I feel like he don't get his flowers enough, man.
100%.
He stay giving flowers to everybody. But
exactly. He stay giving flowers to everybody else.
But I don't see the same.
Exactly, but nobody be giving flowers to MacWay. Let me give my flowers to MacWay. Yeah. That's my brother. That's my guy. MacWay is one of the most premier rappers out here. Many different styles, very versatile flows. One of the hardest workers out here. Willing to engineer, willing to learn how to produce, willing to shoot videos.
He engineers?
Willing to
learn. A little bit. He can get himself by.
Hey, if you're willing to learn, like that energy, like off that strength alone, hell yeah.
Yeah, he open to it. That's what I'm saying. He be dabbling. He try to make something for me real quick. He be dabbling. It ain't bad. He getting better at it too. He be trying to do his things with the videos. Like I said, he's always trying to put out content. He's always giving love. He's always listening to artists out here and telling me who he thinks is dope and showing love and even showing y'all and telling y'all that he think y'all dope. And y'all don't reciprocate that. Like, y'all don't deserve MacWay. Y'all don't deserve MacWay. Y'all don't.
I mean, I think that's part of what makes him an even greater artist, Like, what makes a great artist is being humble and being able to give people their flowers without feeling the need to get it back.
No, that's facts, but y'all don't deserve
MacWay. But 100%, like, he needs more credit, 100%.
Yeah, y'all don't deserve 100%.
My guy. Another couple things I want you to touch on that's important. Talk about the one.
Okay.
What did you say about that?
So I mean, I feel like Springfield or just Western Mass in general is very ego driven. People believe that there's going to be the one. I mean, like, there's folks that say they got this and that. We've seen people get a little bit of traction behind them for a little bit of time, but like truthfully, like people, there is not going to be you need to be a community. Artists need to repost each other. Like, you got to stop being scary and thinking you're the best. Like, you can't let your confidence and your ego, because you're like so scared of everything, keep you from like bringing the scene up. Like, we have to work together. Look at Atlanta, look at New York, look at Houston, look at LA, look at North Carolina, look at like all of the DMV, look at Kentucky with like ESTG and Jack Harlow. I mean, like,
they be watching nowadays. They be watching that Kanye documentary. They seen what went on with that, and all the teamwork from all the Chicago artists moving to New York, and they didn't even know each other. Like, you know, yeah. So
I mean, like South Florida too. Like, they be collaborating like crazy down there.
Exactly. So you pretty much just speaking facts, bro.
Like unless somebody has like $50,000 to $100,000 on them, like your Yo Gotti,
facts. Like
you can't. You can't. Nobody has the money around here, and if they did, they'd already be up and out.
None of y'all's Philip Banks. Ain't nobody Philip Banks on the old one or the new one.
And it's like, if you do have the resources to like go up, or you see an artist that you fuck with and you have the resources, like, reach out and help them.
Facts.
Like, I feel like that's not a crazy idea either. Like, there's definitely people with money that are into the creativeness, but like just don't have it. Like, help the scene grow if you can.
I feel like with that.
That's what I be trying to tell.
I feel like that's
people,
tricky. That's tricky when it comes to the consumer.
It's like they're not obligated to help anyone.
Yeah, but at the same time too, it's like it's kind of hard for a consumer to be into a local scene that hasn't really stabilized like a full like stable structure just yet. You know, yeah. So it's kind of hard for a consumer to kind of get behind that, especially like when there's such a distaste. You know, like you hear you got some women who dealt with a rapper or a singer, and they dealt with how that comes. You got you got friends who are athletes, and they got friends as rappers, and you know they're making fun. You know how it go. The stigma don't really seem too well because they don't really have too much of like results of someone successfully blowing up unless you're a producer. Like I was talking to Carla the other day, and the most like mainstream results that you see are from people like Avery, who's a producer, videographers like K Suno, Sage English, things like that, who get these looks to shoot for Meek Mill or Travis Green. Avery, who gets to
Travis
send
Green, who's that?
Gospel singer. Things like that. So it's like when you're able, like I see out here more so that it's not that the music isn't good, but it seems like the videographers, the cinematographers, the producers, they're the ones that get the results at the end of the day because their paperwork be straight. Their grind be straight. They got it together. There's more, I feel like, of a more vast of knowledge that gets transferred between producers in a sense, because they're so closely knit. Like I know Avery was around SK or Kizzle at one point as he goes by. And I know Avery is around a bunch of other producers showing love and giving knowledge, even gave knowledge to me as a rapper. So, you know, I know a lot of these producers can be like closely knit sometimes. And
so you're saying tools like being a videographer is hard to get better at because there's less good videographers to like bounce knowledge off of? Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah, same thing with producers. But at the same time, I feel like at the end of the day, they get the better looks, like the better results. Like Avery, Billboards, K Suno, Meek Mill in Dubai with PNB Rock, you know, things like that. Another dude from Worcester, Karuki, I don't know how to pronounce his name honestly, but he was shooting with Juice WRLD and a few other people before he passed, and rocking with Cole Bennett, Lyrical Lemonade, all that other stuff, and that's a videographer. That's what I'm saying. I see more results from videographers, producers than I see from the actual artist, and I feel like we need to find a way as artists to get to the level of what they're doing, get the knowledge that they're doing, to get to the points that they're at, is what I'm saying.
Facts. I mean, that's why I gave promoters their flowers at the end of what I wrote, because like you really do need, or I say we really do need more people who are comfortable showing face, communicating in front of everybody, where like you don't have to worry about their confidence because like they're there every day just doing their thing.
Yeah.
100%.
Big facts.
This one is really important, and we really stress at inappropriately is the rollout. A rollout plan is not asking people when they want to see something. Who cares? Don't fucking ask.
Right.
Don't ask when.
It's just like it's a turn off if you have to ask your consumer if they want
do it.
Like, you should just give it to them.
That's what I tell them. Do it. Don't wait for 50 shares, just do it. Because trust me, people are going to we watching. Whether
You
they
can
like
only-
it, repost it, share it, we're watching.
You can only
Just
do that when
it.
you're big. Like,
Right.
okay, 30K likes and I'll put out the next episode type shit. Like,
Right.
you can
because
only do
people
that.
already want it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, now you're just trying to, when you're doing shit like that, you're just trying to like gauge your demographic now, pretty much in a sense, to see what you want to do next with the demographic and how far you can go with it.
You know, yeah.
That's what that is.
He mentions videos, behind the scene videos, photo shoots, vlogs, blogs, album covers, track lists, 30-second snippets, PR within 6 weeks of a drop. That's important.
Facts.
Don't wait like 2 days before to tell me that you're dropping a project, please.
Yo, people do that. They do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll do that because I won't even tell you I'm dropping. I'll just drop it.
6 weeks.
I mean, it's just like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm sure your immediate fans see it, but like anybody who uses like Instagram knows that the algorithm's terrible. There's no way you're
It is
hitting
so
everybody
trash
that
right now.
follows you in 2 days. There's no way.
I don't even want to get into that, but we have to definitely make note of that. The Instagram, Mark Zuckerberg, your algorithm is ass right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, that shit was perfect. I don't know what I don't know.
Right.
Your shit is garbage right now.
And then just 2 more things. And then he talks about in that same paragraph about building up your catalog. That's why if you ever wanted to come on Inappropriality and you haven't been on, go look at your catalog.
Ooh. Pew, 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 drop a bomb for that.
It's really
Yeah.
tough to get opportunities when you're like, yo, I can make such good music. Listen to this one song I did, and it's like, okay, that song's good, but now like, where's the album to show that you can consistently do it? Where's the second album to show
a lot of that.
this isn't just like a moment in history that you can like do something good and that's it? Like you fell off.
There's a lot of that. There is. There's a lot of I'm the best out here. Nobody knows I'm the nastiest rapper,
Yeah.
singer, and blah blah blah.
We
But you
don't
got
Off one
care.
song.
But you got off of one song.
And then most importantly, we don't care.
Right. Well, you gotta show us. Like, stop
Show
talking.
us.
Like, we don't care until
But
you show us.
we don't care if that don't make sense.
Like, nah, it's
You know
it's-
what I mean?
What it is we don't care until you show us. Is what it is. Like, you can't just talk about it. You gotta prove it. Like, I have no problem sharing some dope shit or telling somebody,
Same.
yo, I think that shit is fire.
Same.
Like, whether I like you or not.
Same.
Like, that's me. Like, when it comes to
As it should
music,
be.
like when it comes to music, I'm completely unbiased about this shit. Like, whether I like you or not, I'll tell you if your shit is fire or not. And that be the issue. Like, people don't want to hear that shit. Like, going back to the main point, someone that have one song, think they're the best, don't want to hear nothing else about it. Like, I'm the best. I got one song out, and the song could either be, it could be fire. Like that, it could be fire. And I want to hear more. But it's like, you can't be talking that shit until you raise that catalog. You got to show and
Facts.
prove. That's what the game is.
Facts.
Hip hop is a what have you done for me lately game.
Facts.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You will get forgotten if you're not consistent.
Exactly.
That's
What have you done
facts.
for me lately?
And then the last point before we get out of here, which is one of the points that I try to stress to people the most, is about being yourself in your music. Like, he mentions people trying to copy other people's. We already have a Playboy Cardi. We already have the Lil TJs. I tell this all the time. Like, people appreciate when people are just being themselves in the music. And when we hear it, we can tell, like, just be yourself.
Well, you know
Nobody's
what
telling
it
you to
is.
switch up your sound. And a lot of it, for me, has to do a lot with, like, the content and substance and shit like that.
Well, you know what it is? It'd be like they hear these songs and they be trending at the moment. Like this, like I remember one time the like Island Caribbean sound was trending. Like you had Drake doing it, you had all these other artists doing it.
All that dancehall stuff.
Yeah,
For
the
sure.
dance hall shit. Yeah, like you had the Island dance hall. Like that was trending at one point. So it's like you get these Lil Durk songs, these Lil TJ songs, and then these artists come into the studio and be like, I'm trying to make a Lil Durk type song, not even just like the type beat. Or I needed to sound like that Lil Durk track that just came out. Like the producer and engineer will get that because they're trying to do what's trending. And I heard a minute ago off a Rap Genius interview from a nigga named 22 G's, and I don't even listen to him.
He's
like,
hard.
I do. I mean, I know he's hard, but I don't even really listen to him like that. Like I heard a couple tracks, but I think it was the song he made about scamming, and he pretty much said like it was his real life, and it was not lyrical or nothing, but like it was the energy he gave. Like most people, oh, this shit garbage, but it was like it was the energy he gave, and
Real recognize real. Like even in the tone of your voice, it shows the confidence in what you're saying.
yeah. So that energy he gave, he was even saying like throughout the Rap Genius interview, he was like, I wrote my life on this, like, and I was literally scamming for real. And he said the crazy thing is I wrote my life. He said I had 100 other songs, and he said I wrote my life on this one track. and I got a check off of it. And then he goes off to say, so it goes to show you that you could write your real life on a song like how all these other rappers be saying, and you could actually finally see some real money. He was like, because I was doing all this bullshit before, and when I actually put my real life on paper, it actually worked out for me. He was like, so that's the thing. Like he said, I feel like, and 22G said it, niggas call him a knucklehead, but it's like, he said it. If you put your own life on paper, you'll probably see a check from it. Most likely. Like, a lot of people go through relatable shit. Like, we're all human beings. So it's like, you could tell a story that a lot of us could probably relate to if you speak it in the right way.
100%.
And that's what usually sells. Something whether it be the hoodest of the hoodest shit, whether it be some romantic shit, whether it be some love shit, whether it be some backpack shit, you like it because you relate. You relate to that energy. You relate to what's being said, and that's what sells. That's how you like
people want music
artists.
that they can feel, and if it's not an experience that you haven't lived, people are gonna know that it's not real because they can't feel it. You're trying to replicate a feeling that you don't know.
Yo, there's drug rappers out here not even knowing the right like sizes of like P's and QP's and all this other shit, saying the wrong
Throwing
like,
random numbers around.
Yeah, it's throwing random numbers. Like, yo, that don't even add up, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and that's just what it be. It's like, you can tell it's not real. And it's like another thing too, we know you. Like we like,
right.
Like we know you.
Right.
Like,
that's the worst part when you know somebody, they're saying this, and that. And it's
right.
like, come on, man.
like
we were just smoking last night. Come on.
Like come on now. Like a lot of people like from my case, in my experience, like a lot of people heard Dreamwalker too. And the reason why they like it so much is because like my close personal friends or people who even like are acquaintances to me knew me in those situations. Like they seen me in those situations speaking about them. Like that's the reason why it like people rock with it. Like, and when you can do that, like the people that know you be like, oh shit, I was there when he was that song. That right there, that shit. I was right there when he went through that shit. That's crazy. Like he told me all about it. Like it be that type of shit that people be rocking with.
I was gonna say, to double back real quick, just being real in your music and giving a real story, it might not bring you a check, but at least the people that know you are gonna vouch for you a hell of a lot harder, knowing that everything you
Big
talk
facts.
about is real.
And that should be the biggest thing right there. The fact that you can get that support from just saying what's true from the heart. It shouldn't even be about the money.
Yep. Fortunately, we've gotten to the point where we have to wrap it up.
No snoozes.
And we got into my favorite part of the podcast, the segment when, I just let people, talk their shit. Kudo. And
Kudo.
I want
talk
you to
your
come
shit.
in here, and you'll be back though, because we gonna spend the block on you when you come back.
But talk your shit. I'm gonna drop the bomb for you right now. Get all close to the mic. Beep, beep, beep. Let's go.
I was gonna say, man, I never been a shit talker, but I mean, like this year, I'm making the move I gotta make to get the money I gotta make to be in Atlanta by 2023. I hope anybody who's truly following their passion, like, goes for it this year. Like, stop sitting around and doing stupid shit. I did it for so long, I was like following my passions at the same time, but like really go for it. The opportunities are not gonna fall into your hand. You need to do everything yourself. Don't be comfortable. Just do it.
Let's go, my guy. Kiddo, drop another bomb. Let's go.
Benny, how much time we have left?
-5 minutes.
Chill. we got. So, I know I didn't ask you for a sleeper. So I'm gonna play one first.
Please don't play who I'm about to play.
No, you're not. I know who you're gonna play, so I'm not picking nothing from his project.
Yeah, you better fucking not.
I'm gonna pick a Kudo song because he's here.
I thought about doing that too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, and it's just from an album that he dropped. Self-titled album that I feel like
one of my favorites of last year.
People are sleeping on. It was a really great album.
100%.
And it's one of my favorite
Fire
songs.
fucking album. It was a heavy rotation.
I appreciate that.
It's my shit.
Mama told me lock the door to open.
You gotta put the ski mask on for this. Let's get it. Let's go.
My bitches want some fun, don't give a fuck about logic. They see my face and know it's business on my plate. Work hanging off my waist, hey. I see pull it down and let it slap it down the face.
We get a little quick performance?
I'm going all in, ballin'. Baby, don't get close, I'm in the team, I'm free fall.
3M from Atlanta.
So what? My song is Quality.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Phaso, off a ball game.
Fire.
Produced by Avery.
Yeah.
I didn't know which one. I even thought about choosing In and Out. I'm not even gonna lie. That's my shit.
It's
too much. It's mad heat.
I'm glad he finally dropped like a big body of work. It's about time.
That shit.
It's about time.
That's my favorite album of the month. Let's go. Oh my God, is that Avery?
Bezos on my feet, it's a fresh pair. Scales on my jeans, you in no underwear. I've been ballin', I'm from a city where you gotta make it out to keep from falling.
Let's get it.
I come up, they fear the caution. Marksman, how I hit everything moving, cause I'm starving. She feel the turbulence, yeah, how I take it off and park it. She loved the loud, the gas, she told me to spark it. A flame to the game, I'm young and always wildin'. Serve a platter, can't get low on my batter. Climb the ladder, cause I'm next in the batter. Never lose, I'm extracting the data. These niggas hate that ain't make no one better.
Hey.
Fully focused, avoiding the locust. Turning up when the lights and the smoking. Life is a robot, so you know I can't joke it.
Yeah, Quality. We gotta leave. We love you. Right. Go ahead, Kudo. Anything we gotta say? Cause we done pretty much.
Thank you for the time. I wish I wasn't late so I could have talked more. Yeah. But it's been good. I hope we can have another conversation soon.
Word.
Yeah, definitely, man. We definitely got to have you here. Spin the block on us with the ski mask.
Yes, sir.
I already know.
Yes, sir.
Grindhouse, March 11th.
Grindhouse, March 11th. Let's go.
See this guy. He'll be there.
He'll be there at Grindhouse.
Yes.
Come see Muda.
Yes.
With me,
hold
with me.
No,
Stop
we can't.
with me.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we can't even do that? Damn. All right.
We good, Bunny.
Yep, just come see everybody. See y'all later. Grindhouse.
Respect what I said, huh? Respect what I said, huh? Respect what I said, huh? Yeah.